Yo, yo, yo. Yeah. Welcome to Team RaddTitan. And today we're going to be going through the Collectors chat. This is week, show 244. Longest running statue chat in the game. I think it's that.
Yeah.
We're going to be running through, we're going to do things a little bit differently this time. We've decided, I say we quite openly, but we've decided that what we're going to do is we're going to run.
Fuck off. You get more credit for loads of things you don't do, so fuck you.
And there goes our swear code in 27 seconds. So now more than ever, we probably need some donations for this chat, some super chats. It will definitely not be monetized, and it won't take long to realize why. They literally need to just click it on and 25 seconds in go, yeah, let's not pay them. So we're going to be running through the latest updates from all the company stuff. We've got some fan art bits to show you, some releases from XM, Sideshow, all that business, and we've got some stuff from the cons, some booth pictures and stuff to go over from Pop Culture Shock and some other bits and pieces. What also we will be doing today is we will be hitting a few subjects head on. So every week now going forward, we're going to try to stay on task with a couple of key subjects that we want to talk about, and obviously we'll get you all involved, so when we're talking about it, we'll go through the comments at the same time and hear all your opinions as well. So we'll tackle it as a team. We've got a few things to go over. We've got a question I've chosen.
Fucking teamwork. Yeah,
let's just fuck it. Let's just swear constantly now because it doesn't matter anymore.
That's what happens when you start.
You sent me a voice note, right? You sent me a voice note the other day, and literally every other word was fucking it, and Jenny heard it and she was like, yeah, you need to deal with him. I was like,
Yeah, but are we forgetting what Jenny made him say the other day next to the car?
I don't know if it's her, but I'm blaming her. I'm blaming her regardless. But yeah, so we'll be going over all that business. We've got a few questions, some key subjects we want to go over today and talk about a few things. Get your opinions on it as well. And obviously, if there's anything you want us to sort of tackle while we're here, we will try to accommodate you. If you don't know already, I'm Gio, George, and over there is Alex.
Big capital letters underneath our faces, so yeah.
Does that say Gio, does it?
It says Geo Titan, and mine says Alex Rad.
Nice.
It does, yeah, it does. Can't you see it on your little screen, or your eyes aren't good enough?
Yeah, I can see it, yeah. No, these kind of eyes don't see fuck all. Don't see nothing.
All right, so... Yeah, so,
it's sort of a mid-level view. If it's lower or higher, I don't see it. It's why I didn't do so well at sparring. If anything went to the midsection, I missed it.
Alrighty. Yeah, so as you was got a lot to cover this week. Got a lot of pictures, and we are going to try and go through some questions. So we'll start as we always do, and we'll just see who is.
Can't hear you at all. What's happened? Honestly, no. You just can't get stuff. What? Oh, I can't deal. I just can't deal. No, nothing. No. Yeah, no, I can hear something. That's it. That was like. Did the last word you say that was muted was, well, goddamn, so he said. Yeah, well, I didn't hear it, but I could see your mouth moving.
What part did it go out then? I didn't know the cable.
I don't know, honestly.
It's not my day, man. It's not my day.
It's not your day.
Right.
I'm going to say I'm representing House of Gog today. Look, I got sent some nice t-shirts.
You're putting on the wrong side.
Am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely isn't there. I don't know why I'd point there, but yeah, I've got it.
All right.
Yeah, there you are.
Did you hear about me saying, well, as Gio was saying, we got all the pictures and blah, 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 no?
It said something about pictures and then you
let
me don't matter. What are you eating?
I got some Mentos.
You don't stinky breath.
Anyway, so as always, we got Happy JCG's one of the first ones here. He's got some prints. He's putting out some prints, and he's been He's going to try and put out some time-lapse videos of him doing them, which I always love.
His Venom one is shit hot, man. His Venom, badass. Love it.
He's done a few really good Venom ones, actually. Done a few really good ones.
Send me one.
Rohan, can't wait to hear both your thoughts on and views on the PCS Wolverine. Got loads of pictures of that. Chris Jacobs, what are your thoughts on Sideshow? Letdown. Well, we're going to go into the images there. Obviously, we don't really talk about the hot toys, so we may not have a lot to cover. So, yeah. Black Magic-ish, even in ads. What's the crack? I hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. Well,
full gravy, babe.
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic, my friend. Bobby, what's up, my dudes? How's it going? Stucker Von Ferno missed us last week. He got the wrong day, didn't he? So, evening, chaps. Collector Zane, hello from across the pond. How you doing? Stuart Fraser, yo. Collector Zane, hi, everyone. Zone. Sorry, Collector Zone.
That's it. He's got like a group, and he gets hold of a lot of stuff, doesn't he? That Collector Zone.
Got a shop, I think, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a shop, so he gets a lot of stuff in there. So if you ain't in his group, you might want to check him out. What's his fucking group called? Tell us what your group is below.
Zowntown.
That's awesome if that's true.
Z-O-W-N town. You know?
Nice. If it's true, yeah. But if it's not, then no.
Yeah, if it's wrong, then yeah. It's going to be some weird porn site, isn't it?
And now it is, yeah.
Stuart Murray 47 in the house. Hello, gents. How's it going, Stuart? Capital City statues. Hi, guys. Hope all is well. Good to see you.
Good to see y'all.
For Gunderson in the
hey,
house.
Man.
How's it going, my friend?
Heard that you're going to be you're going to be single soon, man. Ladies better watch out. I don't know whether it's the right thing to say, condolences or anything like that, or maybe you're happy. So it's kind of a hard game to read, but mad love for your thoughts. So
wish you all the best, buddy.
Whether you're cheery or whether you're depressed, we love you regardless. All right, mate. Glad you're back in business.
Pierre L'Esperience in the house. Yo, RT crew. Hope you're well. In the corner of
wearing your shit. Look there. Get that in there.
Screen. Really going to the wrong side again.
Do you know why? Because when I look down, it's on this side, and when I touch it, oh no, it is there. It's been a long fucking day.
Cat Dad in the house. How's it going, Michael? Luch in the house. Get your ass back down to London, mate. We'll meet up. Richard Guthier, how's it going? Good evening. Private Stock Cap. Morgan here. Alex, cheers. Private Stock Cap. Oh, that's the name of the shop. No?
Oh. No.
Or is that too early? No. Yeah, okay. Private Stock Cap. Morgan. Oh, he's drinking Captain Morgan. Sorry, I'm well slow today. Yeah, I'm drinking some Black Label Johnny Walker. That's what I've got at the moment. Ain't got much left. Hope all is well. How's it going, Darren? Perbica. Yo, morning, fellas. Happy Thursday from New Zealand.
Yes.
Happy Thursday. Very happy with the Prime on Jungle Predator. Highly recommended to any Predator fan. Is that the one? Did you get the body as well? Oh, there's actually quite a lot of comments. Danny Ferreira. Morning, everyone from Sydney. Silver Surfer. Alex, how was the Arnold Classic? Well, considering Arnold didn't turn up, it was all right. No, it weren't too bad.
It wasn't classic.
I'll tell you what, though, and this is something. The women in Birmingham bars are fucking rough as fuck. Really bad quality. Really bad quality, man. Literally, even Rob was not Rob was like, this is pretty bad, isn't it? This is good. And
dude, if Rob is saying that the specimens are not on point, then that's you should leave.
It's a bad day in Dodge, I tell you that.
It's a bad day in the office, that man.
Boombox, yo, what's up, RaddTitan? It's only 200. It only took 244 chats for Gio to realise his own name is written under the camera during these things. Well, actually, technically, it would only be the last 30 or so that this was like this.
Yeah.
To defend him.
Yes.
I jump to your defense.
Yeah.
Alonso.
I'll take any bit help I can get.
Elbowkoff. Myla Liebchens. It's like my favourite.
Liebchens.
It's like favourite.
Bitches. It's bitches, isn't it?
Oh, bitches.
It's a female term, Liebchens. It is, man. I know, yeah, Liebchens. Yeah, it's bitches, man. Women.
Carl in the house.
Chicks, my favourite
Carl,
chicks,
man, it's well early for you. Jesus. Or ain't you got a bed yet?
Or darling.
Yeah. What's up from the Grand Rapids of Michigan? Trey, how's it going?
Yo.
David Chisholm, evening. Nice Trey. Free Oaks here, hour from you. Mark Carlin in the house. What's up, boys? Luke.
Yo, motherfucker.
Alex Unplugged. Yep, yes, I did. Bart in the house. How's it going, Bart? Ain't heard from you in a little while.
Still got shit taste.
How's it going? Yeah, still got shit taste and statues. Yeah.
No, more films.
Hello, boys.
I meant films, actually. I was going with films.
He's got shit taste in everything, I tell you. Thanks, boys. Liam Best. Yo, what's up, lads? Pay your fucking bills. Jesus Christ. Nick Church, I'm just going to sell your comics. I'll get more than you're going to pay me. Grifter81, evening, gents. How's it going? Mark Carlin. What did I say? Sideshow already start? Wait, did Sideshow? Yeah, they already started something. Not much. Collector's Hound, what's up? Representing the mitten. Yeah. Collector's Hound. There you go. Collector's Hound. Is that what it is?
As in, like, Collector Town. Yeah. It's not Zound Town, you silly fuck.
Zound. I don't know. I'm thinking of Clown Town, you know, the soft play thing. Dan C. Yo-Yo Gents. Going to watch Fury Wilder this Saturday. Another beatdown by Fury. Yeah, apparently he's like 20 pound heavier.
Over his 6. If he lets it go that long, I don't know, 5-6 rounds ever finished.
Alex, did you add the PCS Ghost Rider pics? Yes, I did. They're very blurry though. Today was Sideshow Con Day 3, if I wasn't wrong. We are a statue company in Michigan. It's a group. Sorry, with a group, not just a group, a couple of locations. Thanks. Appreciate you, brothers. I'm going to skip through some of these trades. I don't know. They're talking to themselves.
Fucking rude.
Chris Jacobs in the house. Chris Jacobs. Blah, blah, blah. Gabriel Gutierrez. Gio, my man. What drink you on?
Mate, I'm drinking water, bro. Got the Voss out. I got this jazz going on. I'm sort of back. I'm back training now. I'm back in the gym and stuff. My shoulder is pretty much healed now. I feel pretty good, pretty strong. Yeah, I feel pretty good. In terms of like range of motion and stuff, it's back to full whack now. So I'm off the drink and starting to hit training a little bit harder. So time to. That's why I'm also eating this shit. Look at this. Look at this fruit. Look, kiwis. Look how bad shit's got. Look at it. No crisps, nothing.
Well, what a pint? I'm sipping on a pint of the wife's homemade gin, slow gin. Nice. Evening, everyone.
Gins are very. What's the word? Fashionable drink, man. Very fashionable to have a nice gin. You know what I mean? Yeah. My brother-in-law's mad for it in a minute.
I like a good gin. But yeah.
I don't drink whiskey.
Drinks.
I don't drink drinks. I stay in the kids
Mad
section.
King, the brothers who always go, well, you're not too bad, my friend. What Brom bars were you in? We went to this shit bar, it was called Coyote Ugly. We went there for a bit. And then we went to some other couple.
You went to Coyote Ugly and all the women were ugly. That's brilliant.
Yeah, well, there were a couple of dancers on the bar that were all right, but they weren't you wouldn't go crazy for.
Listen, if Rob ain't digging it, then that's well bad.
Yeah. It means darling. That thing.
Yes. It's feminine lip syncs. I knew it was. I knew it was like bitch or darling or something.
Lieblins. Like
Liebchens.
Lieblins. Wow, Lieblins is my favorite. Isn't it?
Yeah, mine are Liebchens.
65, but only 24 likes. Get liking, people.
Excellent
top statue is looking fucking awesome. Yeah, it's still early, but it's looking good.
Is that the one where the body's opened up like that?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Sideshow prefers have been good if you collect Hot Toys and Marvel stuff. Not good for you then, Stuart. Joe Figure made it. What happened to your shoulder? That was from excessive masturbation, really, really violent masturbation, right?
No, I was doing some boxing work and just felt a little bit strained. And I went on holiday with my son, my wife, and I blamed it on the bed over there as well. So it was a bit like I'm not sleeping right. It just gradually got worse, and my range of motion, my range of movement just decreased gradually to not being able to raise my arm pretty much above my waist. To be honest, it got into about It just started getting worse and worse and worse. So I had a scan and had it looked at and had everyone check in. I got some fluid in there. I got some, what's the word? Calcification in certain areas. So just from fighting and using it, it's not great. So, it's what to be expected. I'm going to be 40 in December, so it's been used a lot. So it's one of them things. For the last 10 or so years, I've been like doing pad work, sparring, doing all kinds of work with elite level fighters. So I'm not surprised that my shoulders are now starting to go, hey, Gio, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Well, everyone's kicking back at you about Kiwi. So Josh,
it's good. It's pretty good. But you know what? Rock. You know what? It ain't a fucking knick-knack, is it? It ain't a knick-knack. It ain't a monster munch.
No, they've got those in America. They got knick-knacks in America, haven't they?
All right, then Cheetos.
Okay.
Cheetos, if you want.
Adam Cheetos. In the house. How's it going, Adam? How's it going, my friend? Keeping it classes here with the wine that costs $9. They're safe for those statues, my friend. Safe for those statues. I'm sipping a big old Long Island iced tea. Nice. Leon, the main man. Evening, guys. How's it going? Mr. Positive in the house. Always look forward to his messages. Hey, guys. Ross from Sydney. Hope you both inspire so many people here in Sydney more than you realize. So insightful and helpful. Love the show. But cheers. Thank you, man.
Man, honestly, I literally have a little bit of a sex with every time that guy talks to me. He's the best ego boost that I have all week.
Ryan Lamb,
love you, bro. God bless you.
Love seeing Earth 32 version of Alex in the Sideshow live streams. The guy with the beard. Dried kiwi chips. Can you get dried kiwi? I know you. I like.
No, over here you can't.
You probably can, but like in Holland and Barrett. But I like the. I like dried apricots and dried. Like pineapple.
Alex, actually, in fairness, Alex eats really well. Really well.
Yeah,
well.
Okay.
Fair play to you.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you my fridge now. It's actually full of salad. Yeah. And salmon. Salad and salmon. I've got a load of fish. Doing something special.
I went to a party once of his and he had some fish cake shit. Honestly, wanted to punch him in the face.
But it weren't my party. It weren't my cake.
Where was I?
He was at my house.
Right, fuck you.
But it was the two Swedish guys having the party. It weren't me.
Well, have some proper cake there. Let them have their fish cake. I mean, who has fish cake for a birthday? I mean, what's that?
I can't remember what it's called now.
I thought it was going to be a mass suicide at the end of that day.
It was midsummer. It wasn't a birthday.
I was expecting some sort of sacrifice to happen at the end of it.
Are you doing anything special for your 40th?
You know what? I don't know, man.
And also, what's he saying? This is Black Magic-ish. He's 40 in December as well.
Nice, my brother. What's your date? Give me a date. What's the number?
It's my birthday in about 3 weeks as well.
No one cares about you.
Fuck your couch. Hey, lads, just picking up on the chat. How's it going, Dr. Nick? Never heard of Monster Munch, but I Googled it, and it looks like a weird spin on Funyuns. I bet Monster Munch was around first.
Monster Munch are awesome. So over here we have like 3 flavors. We have we have like pickled onion flavor. We have roast beef flavor, and I think hot. The next one's hot one. They're like little feet.
Joe's recovering from his shoulder. Pickled onion Monster Munch is a classic snack. Yeah.
Yeah, you are, my man.
Alex, you still with XM? If so, how long before the reveal of Angelus? I don't know if I'm still there. They still pay me.
Probably not.
I don't know what I'm doing. Angelus, the full reveal of Angelus isn't. Don't know. I don't actually know. They're working on a few top 10 pieces and ones that they really want to push, and that weren't on the list. So there are some coming. Oh, look. He's a day younger than you, look.
Oh, nice. I'm the 12th, bro. Man, look at that.
February. There you go. All right, what we're going to do
nice. My anniversary is in February.
Make sure you're clicking on the likes if you're here. And what we're going to do is try something a little bit different. And we're going to go on to the questions. And do you remember the questions?
Of course not. I mean, obviously, I remember my question. I think I remember them. But just put up the first one. Is it mine or is it yours?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I don't care. Just put up.
We can start with... We'll start with your one, then. This is your one.
Okay. I'm glad you made so much effort with that. I mean, that's just great. You really took the time to do it. I wanted a nice screenshot with our symbol and all that on there, and that written in a nice font. And you put it down there, and it looks like my son fucking wrote it. Congratulations.
That's the only option they give you on here, Cocker.
Well, no, it would be a picture, wouldn't it? Like a photo.
What do you want a photo for?
Because we could have had a nice like font and stuff. Anyway.
Well, you fucking do it, and I'll fucking put it up.
I did. I'll screen. Yeah, I'll do next time. I will. Anyway, so this is in regards to the fact that Sideshow seem to be moving in the direction at the moment where they're not having exclusives. The edition sizes are fairly high. Prices obviously are going up, and people are unhappy about it. But the real question is Sideshow still a company that's for collectors? Meaning, is it really now being proven that we are, or at least they see us as the only 3% of their market? Because with the removal of exclusives, it's not really, doesn't feel like a collector's company anymore. It feels like almost like a wholesale shop, or something that's basically built for the masses and anyone, first time buyers, any of that kind of shit. It really doesn't feel at the moment like that people that actually want to collect something that's limited, that's rare, that sort of is going to pick up value later, or vice versa. It doesn't feel like they're making for those people anymore. It's quite an alarming time. I understand that we've gone through this pandemic and everything else, but the move that they seem to have made seems to be more towards one-time buyer, and people are not really in it for the hobby that we're in. It just feels like it's moving in that direction. It's a little bit of a concern, and I'm just wondering if everybody else. I mean, I put a poll up the other day saying that the top 5 statue companies, and Sideshow is absolutely lagging in 3rd place, and is pretty much nearly being overtaken by Queen Studios. And Queen Studios has been around 5 fucking minutes. So the fact that it's so close between Queen Studios and them shows just how far they're fucking fallen behind Prime One and XM Studios. They're quite alarmingly behind. So, usually I would never expect to see that drop to 3rd like that. I would expect it to be fighting up top with XM, and it isn't. Might be a RaddTitan group thing, I don't know, but there's 12,000 people in that group. So, I don't think they're all full of XM people and Queen Studios people. So, quite a big fall for me in support. A lot of the old guys, collectors that basically were die-hard Sideshow fans, have all quit the hobby, all stopped. So they've not kept them interested, which is a bit of a concern. And I just don't know where this is going. I just don't know. Is this a sign? Is this what it is? I don't know.
I mean,
what do you think?
I guess as a company, they've been around for over 25 years. I don't even know how long they've been. Must be coming up to 30 years they've been around now. They obviously started as a company that was creating kind of garage kits and whatever else, and making little 1/6 scale pieces and then models, and then they started to get licenses and expanded quite a lot. I guess that when you get to a point that they're at, and you have board members, you have investors at that kind of level, they're going to keep on pushing for more money, make more money, and the way to kind of do that is cut costs. So to cut costs, obviously, it's much easier to produce 6,001 item than it is to produce, 2,001 and 4,000 of another kind of, and have separate box, like maybe a little bit of extra in a box, a little bit of extra care for one of whatever. There's still costs involved, and then you have to have the facility in the warehouse to store the different items, whatever. It's everything's money. So to do that in a way where everyone is getting the same piece from Sideshow, if you are going to get it from a comic shop in Germany, or if you're going to get it from Sideshow directly, I think is a smart move for a money perspective, because there'll be a lot of people in Germany who may feel, I mean, I'm one of those people where I feel if I can't get the exclusive, I'll wait, or I just won't bother. With pieces like the symbiote and some other piece of the crow and things like that, I would like them, but I'm in a position now where I'm like, I don't need to rush to get these. They've got 6,000 edition size for the symbiote. I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to buy it directly from Sideshow. I'm going to get it from someone who's going to sell it here, and it's going to be cheaper for me. And there's that element from my perspective. But I don't know. I guess for them, it's, they've said in the past that the collector is not a big market for them. Their biggest market is the people who come in, buy a couple of pieces, and then go away again. It's not the people who have been around for 25 years. Because if you're around for 25 years collecting from them, how are you going to store those pieces? You ain't going to be able to keep them all now. Once you get to a certain point, you have to slow down.
People recycle loads. People do that all the time.
Yeah,
they move 10, 12 pieces out and they buy 12, 15 pieces more a year.
Yeah, but if the prices are now getting to a point where you used to pay $250 and now you're paying $1,000.
Yeah, but you're going right back. I mean, let's not start at the beginning and go to now. That's not very fair because, like you say, some of them pieces you're talking about price-wise, that's 15 years ago. That's not acceptable. Let's go. Someone put in the group recently. It's gone from 6 to 8 or 9 inside 6 months. That's the difference. You're talking about an increase of 50%, close to.
Yeah, but some of the pieces are still cheap though.
Some are, yeah, but some ain't.
In that regards, if you're talking $600, the Black Widow's I think she's $585. The Captain America, he's cheaper. He's like $650 or something. So some of the characters are not
crazy
that $1,000 price point, and by making the choice to make just a collector's edition, I think it makes the cost lower. It seems to have dropped the cost on a lot of pieces. Obviously, you have like General Grievous, who's $950, but it's quite a complex piece. So
lots of parts.
And Star Wars license is quite expensive. So it's very difficult to, obviously, as a company grows and gets to a point, their focus is not on the smaller point of who their business is. It's obviously going to be they'll look at the demographic, they'll look at who the main buyers are, and they're going to target those. And clearly, the bigger buyers are not the collectors.
I find that hard to believe.
Why?
I think it's because, people will go into get a Sideshow piece and they will literally share it in every single group of thousands of people and all of them. And that affects people buying it. So if that's a collector that's done that, a random person doesn't do that. A person that's literally buying it off the street, buying it for their husband or buying it for their brother or whatever, or they've just stumbled across it, they don't do that. They don't share it. They don't help sales. I mean, that makes sales big time.
Yeah, casuals equal more money. Definitely doesn't give you that rarity anymore. They're too big to give diehards what they want now. But you also have to think about, again, from the perspective of a business. It's not. There is an element of, to a degree, when companies start out, to a degree, there is an element of, we need to make our product desired. We need to make our product sell out, and then the aftermarket of that product is going to go sky high. But then it gets to a point where you're in a board meeting and they go, we just sold that piece of $600 a retail and now it's going for $2,000. Why don't we just increase the edition size? Why don't we just put the price up a little bit? Why don't we just this? So it's the aftermarket that creates this, and then it just spirals. When you get customs.
Do you not think this is more? Go on.
So when you get customs that are selling kits, unlicensed kits, they have no overheads, and they're creating these kits and selling them for 2,000-3,000 euros. That's obscene. To make that, the profit on every piece is ludicrous, and people are buying them before they're even shown. So when companies are seeing that, they're like, people are doing this. When we need to adjust this, we need to do that. We need to focus on some other people because these collectors are crazy. They're going all these other routes. We let's go focus on this other area, where we're going to sell, and that's what it is. So,
I'm a bit snobby personally. I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem admitting that. I don't buy limited edition. Simple. I would never buy a Sideshow piece that doesn't have a number on it. And if I have the choice, I will always want the exclusive as a rule. Just as my personal opinion. So for me, this latest move just really puts me off. It just puts me off. And they can make winners, and I know they can have many like that. I consider in my room to be really exceptional work. But
I actually think, Stuart, I think that the total edition size of that was like 9,000 for the regular and the exclusive for the Batman and the Superman. I swear to God, it was like 9,000.
I think one of them is 7 and one of them is 9. I think Superman is 7. I think Superman was 2,500 for the exclusive, or 3,000 for the exclusive, and then was about like 4,000 or 5,000. And there's the Batman was even higher, like 2,500 and then 5,000. So it was like that, Or it was like 3,000 and 6,000 for Batman. They were crazy. They're crazy high.
Generally, the definition of a collector is a person who collects things of a specific type professionally or as a hobby. Are statue collectors who seek low edition size considered something else?
Well, collectors actually it has some term to do with profit. It's not a collectible if it doesn't make profit. It's a simple mathematical term. If you have something that's considered a collectible, it means it will get higher value later. It has to go up, otherwise it's not collectible. It's that simple. So because it's not a collectible, it's not something you're collecting it to keep it, because the value will increase. You understand? It's a simple term. So the actual term collectible in itself, I only collect collectibles. So it has to make on what I've paid for it. If it hasn't, then it's not really what I would try to go for, really. I mean, I've bought many pieces recently that are purely on that basis alone. The Doomsday piece from XM is purely on that basis. I love the piece, yes, but I've bought it because I'm like, that piece is going to go up. That's going to get more valuable over time. I don't want to be 2 years down the line looking for that piece when I've got space for it and have to pay double for it. So that was my. I do that sometimes, not buying it to sell it or anything, but I don't want to get caught out later.
I think the 3% thing, I think it was exaggerated anyway. It was a tongue-in-cheek comment that was taken out of context as well. But then again, for someone in a certain position, they shouldn't be making comments like that. On the subject of Sideshow, I picked up the Dude 1/6 scale just because he looks awesome. I love the Dude. Ahsoka,
you've got to have that. Listen,
Ahsoka's 9,500. Jeez.
Fuck that. You've got to listen. As each individual person, you've got to get stuff that makes you happy. Not everything should be about it becoming more valuable or sought after later. You should have stuff in your room that that really touches you and is close to you. I definitely agree with that 100%. But when you're talking
of a collectible, of an item worth collecting, of interest to a collector, his books become increasingly collectible classics. Okay.
That's just a load of words mixed together.
Yeah.
It's a load of words with collectible in it.
Yeah. I think Sideshow is more interested in being a pop culture company rather than a collectible statue company. Nothing wrong with that. I think they feel a need in the market. I mean, they're the kind of company where you're going to go into a comic shop and it's likely to have a couple of statues of Sideshow, especially in America.
Yeah. I think that they definitely. I agree with Alex. I think they've adjusted. I think they have. I think it's clear that they've adjusted their target audience. They've changed something, because it's not a coincidence that there's no exclusives on anything. Yeah. That basically means they're starting to move in a different direction.
I think I did say that about 2 years ago, though, but that was going to happen. But anyway, but then they've also got people putting their shows on who have no idea about any of the stuff. They talk about the statues and things, but they know nothing.
But that just tells you it's a casual then. It tells you it's maybe for casuals who don't know.
Yeah. They bring on one guy who knows a bit about it as well, because I think he works for PCS, so they bring him on. Other than that, none of them know anything about it.
Is that Matt Wessel?
Matt, yeah, they bring on Matt.
Yeah, Matt Wessel or Wessel.
Something like that. But so I think as well as I do think that the collectible element it needs to be an element of it. For me, I mean, it's not necessarily the definition, but it's something that it's not something you can just go and buy cheap. You need to be able. Sometimes you need to be able to hunt for it a little bit, and there's that excitement behind hunting for it. And I like that with comics, and I like that with the other things, but older statues as well. But certain elements of it are like, if you could just go and buy, and there's 10,000 of them, and then you could even say, well, I'll wait till later, and I know that's going to drop in price. It's not really a collectible, in that regard. It's an item. It's something you want to, but yeah. Anyway,
if you regularly search it, even if we're just talking about eBay, if you regularly search it, if you just type it in, and you can always buy one, then you
can always buy one low in the retail.
Yeah, is this now due to oversaturation though that this is happening? Is this why? Yeah.
Well, it could be also to do with the fact that now a lot of the licenses with certain things have opened up. So
for everyone.
So now everyone is making. There are certain characters as well. I know, I can't say now, but I know there's going to be. Actually, we've seen some of them already, but we are going to see a real influx of a lot of characters coming from loads of companies. There are going to be some licenses have really opened up. A bit late, but they've sort of come back. They come on the scene and say, "Okay, now you can make it."
Yeah,
and they'll be all be coming in. Everyone's going to be open like that, and it's the same as like. Capcom. I mean, like with Capcom, I was at New York Comic Con and they came up to the XM booth, and I spoke to Capcom. They come across with a brochure, and they were trying to say, look, you can make Street Fighter statues, you can make Resident Evil statues, you can make Devil May Cry statues, blah 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 blah. Devil May Cry. There was a few more, but like then when you like considered it, you were like. Yeah, but you've already given this license to pretty much every company, because Street Fighter, you've given it to Pop Culture Shock, Prime One, Connecticut's. All of these companies are making that. Resident Evil have just been announced by Prime One, by a few other companies, and I said to the guy, I said, we make stuff here that's like exclusive. It's not, we make it because someone else hasn't made it yet, and it's not in the market saturated as such. And I even said, to Brian was there, and I said to her, I don't think it's even worth pursuing anything with Capcom because I said and the guy was just like, oh, just like that, and Brian was like, oh, okay, cool, and then he took a brochure and then he walked away going, dude, man, you're harsh, and I was like, yeah, but you don't want to waste their time, and you don't want to like,
but
every single person who's making that is not for accent.
But listen, it was the guy from Capcom, an Asian guy.
No, it was an American guy.
No, okay, well, you might have been lucky there. Because they don't. It's not. Even if you think it's not. What you don't say it.
Yeah.
It's just manners. It's just polite. You just be like, you sort of like waste people. You just be like, you give people, a little bit of that sort of, like it's possible. Yeah, we'll consider it. What you did was massively English. Which is like, shove your fucking shit up. We don't care. Because it's not exclusive. We don't want it.
We flicked through the pages of the show with the license on, and I named like literally 3 or 4 companies for every one of the licenses and said, you've already given it to this company.
Yeah, but again, like I say, the fact you highlight it is very English.
But they were making out like it's an exclusive deal, and it's like, well, it's not, is it? Yeah. So anyway, so we should move on.
What else you got? What else you got over there?
Okay.
What's in your wallet? Give me one of
them. Oh no, we'll go to that one last. So this one is one which is about like STL files. So basically, now we're seeing a real influx of obviously the printing costs of 3D printing costs have gone down lots, and
we predicted this years ago.
Again,
I think we said this would kill the hobby. I think we said it would kill the hobby about 3-4 years ago. That this.
I think it will. It will do some damage to the hobby for sure. I mean, once it gets to a point where 3D printers are so cheap, people are just going to go. You know what? I mean, Chinese factories are not painting them as good as they used to. Costs are going up and up and up. I can print this for like $50 or whatever you can print it for. Why don't I just do that? Fuck it. So that's the problem really. And one of the main things is like, I've seen a couple that are really, really nice. I've seen I saw a really nice Wolverine, and it looked really nice. It was paired up with a X-23, and they looked great. And I think someone did actually print them, and they looked really nice. But then you also get the other side of it, where you get people who kind of see a licensed project coming out. So XM have actually suffered from this a little bit, where because obviously there's it takes time to engineer something, to take it through the factory, to get everything approved and whatever else. So then you had companies making like their own rip-off version of statues. So they were just taking a concept and just kind of going, oh yeah, well, I'm just going to do this really low-level sculpt of it, and I'm just going to tweak a few little bits. And that's kind of a thing as well, which, it's kind of getting onto that argument of, well, if you have a custom producer making something and it's a blatant copy of a licensed statue, you will call them out and you'll say to them, oh my God, you just ripped off, the Prime 1 whatever because of this and this. And it looks exactly the same apart from his left leg or whatever, and that's going to be the problem as well. Is you're going to start getting that, but it seems to be more forgiven in certain degrees.
They don't want it to be called recasting, but that's what it is.
Well, it's not recasting; it's just a copy, but it's not recasting. But the problem now,
that's the term recasting doesn't mean it's recasting in the classic sense. It just means a copy of something that was once there. Well, maybe you tweak a little bit, but it is. That's what you've done.
The modern term of like a recast is the stuff the China hobby was doing, where they had 3D files and just continued to print them. But again, is that a recast if they're doing it in exactly the same factory and they're just making more of them? That's the kind of argument that's always been going on.
It is. I don't know how that's not a question.
No, because the first kind of term of it was literally like they were making molds and whatever and doing all the.
Yeah, I understand what the original term meant, but it's still the same. I mean, it's not like you don't have to like have the piece and cast it, like take a cast of it and then copy it and then paint it shitly and that's a recast. No, I mean it's got a lot more. What's the right word? It's got a lot more sophisticated, and it's got a lot more sophisticated since, because now people are just taking the file of something and they're just printing it. I saw one the other day. I saw one that was like 90% of the OG She-Hulk from Sideshow. Like literally 85% was the same, and it's like, it's the same artist. It's the same artwork. So it's, well, wait a minute. It's like that doesn't explain why the base is so similar. Doesn't explain why the weight distribution on the statue's the same. Why don't you change bits of it? It needs to be exactly the same. I mean, it's too close, which means it's going to be like that. That's just too close. You can add some straps to it, and you can add some bits to the musculature of it if you want to, but it doesn't really change anything. Oh, she ain't wearing trousers. Fucking great.
I'm actually in the process of printing a couple of these 3D printed busts for a mate. Judge Dredd and Swamp Thing files were £8 a piece.
Shit.
Yeah. That's the thing is, why not? Why not? If you've got a decent printer, how long before they release a 3D printer that ties in with the 3D data for a model? Yeah. That's the problem. It's going to get
paint them. It's going to get to paint them.
Well, that'll be quite far off. I think that'll be quite far off. It'll be, in the future where you can just print it off and it'll be painted or whatever. But I do think that's a way off. Yeah, because
clean as shit, man.
Even when you print something with STLs, you have to do all the support beams and all that stuff, and you have to break them off and you clean up the file. So with that in regard, it's you still need to be a bit handy to get that to be clean. And also you need to work out where the support beams go. You need to work out a lot of things like that. But I do think though that, once it gets to a certain point, I think it's kind of, it's printers are getting to a point where you can buy a printer for like $5,000 and it's very, very
but listen, as the cost of these pieces go up, as they are, people will start thinking, I can just learn this. When they're not like crazy expensive, like crazy as they've been getting, people just like, I can't be bothered to fucking learn this and get all fucking skilled at this shit. As the more that they go up, the more you're going to entice people to go, actually, you know what, I should just invest this money. How much am I spending a year? I mean, Alex, how many spreadsheets of statues do you have? You must have loads. I mean, you just literally work out how much you've invested in 12 months and be like, oh, well, I could just buy a printer for this half that price, or a third of that price. And then you're like, all right, how hard can it possibly be? You encourage people to do that.
The actual plastic that you print with is going down and down in price all the time as well.
Yeah.
It's so cheap now.
The liquid stuff, the bottled stuff.
The bottled stuff
So
is really cheap. Yeah, it used to be certain ones are on a spool, like they looks like strimmer wire basically. Some of them are like that, and then some of them are in a bowl. So, but the problem is it still takes like you have to leave it running for like 30 hours to print some things.
Yeah.
And if it goes wrong halfway, you're going to be angry. You're going to be pissed. So, all right. So, I mean, China Hobby are doing XM Cable, Hulkbuster, Hulk Transformation, plus every second custom. They do a lot of them. But their website's been shut down now. So they must have got a cease and desist. Agreed about a large majority of the Sideshow on-screen stuff. No clue about the items they are showcasing. Jebin came on and blew them away in 5 minutes. Much more watchable, knowledgeable. He just got hold of it. He just reused their footage, though. He reused their footage and talked over the top of it. He ain't there.
Yeah, but he knows what he's talking about. That's the point.
Yeah.
He knows the remit. He knows what he's saying.
The string on a spool is a PLA filament. The bottled liquid is resin. The latter, which is the higher quality. Okay. And yes, correct. Talking about someone else there. Okay. So that's kind of that one, really. I mean, and I do think that as the cost of printers go down and the quality of
because the statues go up,
and the
statue prices go up.
I do think that people are going to be. I do think that if you are a statue painter, you're going to be probably getting a lot of business, in the next few years just to paint up all these kits. And even if you're a painter who will print off files, you'll be able to print off your files and paint them and charge a premium to do it, because I think it will still be cheaper than the companies, unfortunately. And unfortunately, that's the problem with customs as well, is that they're too greedy at the moment. And I'm not saying every single one of them, but there's just so many issues where you see them they live off the money that they're meant to be using for pre-orders, and they don't pay the factories, and then they go out like they lose money. And you see people
they fall behind.
I saw one the other day on the scammer group, and he's like posting, going, "I lost my job. I did this. I did that." And it's like, none of that matters, because that's got nothing to do with you taking pre-orders. If you've lost your job, it doesn't. That's nothing to do with the fact you're making these statues. In a way, you shouldn't be touching that money. And what they do is they're so confident that their project's going to sell. If one of them sells, they think, fuck this, I'll spend the money and make it back on the next one. And then they don't sell very well, and then they fuck up.
Yeah, all it takes is one bad order to see how everything slows down.
Well, the dominoes fucking fall as soon as one goes wrong, All right, next one.
Good subjects, though. Nice.
Next one is
this is the group one, isn't it?
This is from the group. So basically, there's been a lot of stuff recently, obviously, about the companies are reusing poses because it's cheaper, saves them money, and all these other claims that have been put out there. Just to kind of clear it up a bit, it's not really the case. I mean,
but it's not all the case.
It's not the case, because the sculpting.
It's not really. It's not all the case.
Unless you use, I don't know, because you do have people who just reuse the same body over and over again, which is clearly obvious on their bad anatomy. But anyway, so you also have where everything is sculpted in a T pose, like a neutral pose. That's where it kind of starts. It's posed in a standing, arm down, kind of like Barbie doll, Ken doll kind of pose. That's what it's done in the initial thing. No, I think arms are down, man. You keep doing T-pose.
I like them up like that. I like that one.
I don't know if it is like that.
I like that, and legs. It might be. Legs straight. Legs are straight, and then the arms are out like that.
So they do the initial sculpt that way, and then that means that basically, if everything is sculpted that way, then the actual element of, they all got their arm up like this, so they just reuse the same pose. It doesn't really work that way in the slightest. So with that in mind, it's like, it's quite funny to see. And then when people start to put an argument together, there was one for Hulkbuster, Swamp Thing, the new Wolverine, and one more. There was one more. Hulkbuster, Wolverine. What's the other one? There's another one, but I can't remember now. Hulkbuster, sorry, not Hulkbuster. Hulk transformation, Wolverine,
Swamp
Swamp
Thing.
Thing,
Yeah.
and one more. And then the argument was, well, you know, all of these pieces are the same, and they all come out around the same time, and da 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 da. And you're like, well, actually, I mean, Hulkbuster was actually part of a pre-order like 4 years ago.
Hulk transformation.
4 years. Hulk transformation was put up a long time ago. It took a long time to come out. So with that in mind, that doesn't really count just because it came out now. And then Swamp Thing actually has an additional bust. So, you know, again, the argument is not really there for that. And then also, you know, the Wolverine was a tease. So how do you know there's not, like, how do you know there's a final pose? How do you know there's not any additional pieces? How do you know anything? So you're making these kind of claims. I can't remember the third. Oh, and Apocalypse is the same as well, even though his body is in a totally different position. And it's just like these people like listing them, going, oh, and this and this and this, and you're like, how is Cyborg the same? Oh, because they're gonna make a gun out arm for Apocalypse. I was like, no, that's a fan picture. What are you talking about? You know, it's just like people try and put these arguments out, and then it's like, well, if you name me like 9 pieces in the space of 200 statues, that's like 5%. What, you know, under 5%? What? How is that bad? Under 5% of the same pose. What's wrong with you? Or if you look at Swamp Thing, Apocalypse, or was it Apocalypse or Swamp Thing 2, Hulk transformation? That means there's like, or actually to Wolverine, which was a concept. If you look at it that way, there's like, well, okay, there's been about 15 other concepts we've teased. There's also been about, I don't know, 40 statues we've shown. So there's like 56
all of those
statues in that process.
Yeah, all of those things are completely irrelevant. I get your argument of it. I get it. But they're irrelevant because every single character that is mentioned there has completely different body, you know, lengths. They have completely different, like, you know, structures.
So wait.
Do we get some shekels?
Here we got some dollars. So Richie Mayer, how's it going? Cheers, brothers. Love the chat.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
God bless. Thank you very much. Drink my Voss water. Should be vodka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like all of them have, I mean, it's like saying, for example, the Wolverine and Apocalypse, right? Whether the Wolverine, you're talking about, you know, a muscular arm, a glove, you know, a humanoid sort of body type, and obviously human build, you know, with the biceps, triceps, the shoulders, and everything else. All of that in the arm. And then with Apocalypse, you've got to change all that. It's all got to be guns and cables and drill bits and blades, all sorts of things. You've got to do all of them details, put them all into it before you even move it around anyway as a basis. So it's not really worth having this like idea that, you know, you have this stick man sort of thing, and you know, it's not like the old ways how it used to be.
So yeah, they aren't. What they do is start with the base mesh, like a digital mannequin, and the main form's already done, like the sculpt and pose. It would be more difficult to reuse a pose than it is to create a new one.
Exactly. Very well said. That's exactly right. It's more difficult today how they do it to actually take something they've already done and fuck with it to change it. To add, like, for example, you take the Hulk and then you just add to the leaves and the moss, and you add the bark and things, you change your skin. All of that is much more work than actually getting that from the start and just doing it on and then moving him into the position. And the problem is, it's a very, I mean, obviously you're having conversation with these people. I try and avoid talking to these people because clearly they have no idea about the process, and therefore, you know, really shouldn't be speaking publicly on any groups talking about it, because it's just bad form, man. You know, there's nothing worse. It pisses me off more than somebody coming in with a loud voice who has no fucking idea about what they're talking about. You think, Jesus Christ, man, did you even just, did you not even just search? Do a little bit of like investigating before you did any post and just be like, you know, how do you digitally sculpt something? Let's watch a video. Let's see someone do it. Let's see how it's done. Nah, I didn't skip all that and just went with, oh, look, that looks the same as that. They blatantly copied that. And you're sitting there thinking, oh my God. Just before this, you were fucking licking the window, weren't you? Chasing a spider around your front room, you fucking idiot.
Right in the short bus. That's what they say in America. Do you prefer traditional sculptors or digital sculptors for these statues? I think it depends on the piece. I mean, there are... I love the way that Bowen captured characters. I do think that there are a lot of them that hold up. I do also think there are a lot of them that don't. So
Martin Canal, man, these
it depends
traditional
on the
sculpts
thing.
are fucking unbelievable.
Yeah. So when
Some
you
of
look
his
at some
stuff
of the
is
older
unbelievable.
Sideshow pieces, so you look at the old Joker, you know, he's one of the only these actually Joker and Lobo both Canal, aren't they? They're the two
Lobo,
DC pieces.
Carnage, Comic Care, you got
actually so's Bane, so's the first Bane as well. Yeah, that's another one I like. Bane got it.
I don't know if I don't know if that's traditional. I mean, the Spider-Man comic kit, the Carnage comic kit, the Venom comic kit, are all traditional sculpted. The Lobo is traditional sculpted with, I think, a mix. There's loads that are. Doom is traditional sculpted. It's just fucking. There's loads of beautiful, stunning pieces. Thor, I think, was. There's loads of stunners, loads. I mean,
Did I tell you that I did tell you?
Aaron Ray Perez as well can get textures onto things that you just blows your fucking mind.
He's having a bit of problems at the moment with his Robocop project. It all went tits up.
Really, what happened?
He just wasn't really shipped very well, and they're broke pretty much. So he's having a few problems there with that.
I bet he's getting fucking caned, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just like saying, like, you know, I need more time.
This is the problem. This is the problem. See, you know, and the sharks in all the time.
Yeah.
You have a problem. There's like piranhas, man. When you're on top, everyone's like, "Fucking love you. You're the dog's bollocks." Blah blah blah. When you have a mistake, man, they're all swimming around. You're gonna rip you to pieces.
Yeah. But I mean, and
it's that exact nature that also can create people with custom projects and just go fuck you and run off with your money.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they don't want to hear it. If it's like, if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to like give me a bit of time, fuck you then. I'll just take your money because there's nothing you can do. They just run off. And that's another problem. Because it's like irritating a minute. That's what happens. You can see it straight away. There's a little bit of like, where are you? Why aren't you responding? And then they're going, look, I'm trying to sort this. I'm trying to wear it. And then it's just silence. And then it's like, yeah, bye.
Yeah, so well, that's also the thing is if you're buying things from someone who uses a fake name, you know, you've got bad times coming. There's someone called like Jason Voorhees or something, and they just scammed a load of people. It's like, isn't that the guy from Friday the 13th?
Yes,
you just like fucking done all. I think it's spelled just slightly different.
Lees, it's like Voorhees.
Voorhees, yeah. I was just like, you know. Well, to be fair, Halimar Archangel was remarkably close to XM Archangel. Okay. Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. I think the pose is similar, but the quality definitely is not the same.
But
I know
again, the discussion
Halimar is the guy who actually runs. He's gone away from customs now. He's the guy who does Legendary Beasts, and I've seen a lot of Halimar pieces. The actual like composition is off on most of them. There's something not right with them. Like when you look at them, it's just the way they stand and the way they lay is just wrong on a lot of them, especially the Bay Ray Bill. The base on it's great. The Bay Ray Bill is nice.
That piece is horrible.
But then the base and the piece look like they were two different sculpts merged together.
Like a bust. Let's lay that bust at a funny angle and stand him wonky on it. That's a horrible piece. That's a horrendous piece. I suppose that's the best better
from customs. Please could they have chosen a better custom? Well, I don't think it's really.
When you say
pose as well, or
when you say that though, right? When you say something like that, you're basically what you're saying is that you know you can't use a certain thing because somebody's used it. Comic people. Artists take statues and put them in print. You understand what I'm saying? And people, Scarn does it. There's loads of people that have done it. I've got loads of like.
In all fairness, he probably did the concept for it as well.
Maybe, but there's lots of other artists that have done it. There's loads of people that have done it. You know, and then you've got other ones who take it from directly off the covers, just because it's been used, just because it's been, you know, Archangel reaching up to the sky. Halimar don't fucking own that. Just because it's similar, they don't own that. If that's how it's going to be, then that's fine. It's like basically saying, oh, you know, like Black Widow, don't have her fucking flicking her hip out and standing with a gun fucking cocked to one side. It's like, well, you don't own that. If that's how you want to do it, that's how it's going to be. Doesn't mean they're the same. Even if they're posed similar, it doesn't make any difference. It basically means everyone with one knee up, Captain Morgan pose, you can't use, which basically means you can't use any. You can't have any statue standing up now because every single statue's like been done in the Captain Morgan's pose one way or another.
God, yeah.
So you know you can't think along them lines.
All right,
what you have to do is just go if the concept doesn't work for you.
Another super chat there. Cheers, Chris.
God bless you, man. Thanks, Chris, brother. Thanks, man. If you don't like the concept, then there's plenty of other archangels for you to go for.
Halimar Bay Bill looks like Galactus is going for an upskirt peep. Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah.
It's a horrible piece.
Hi, Alex.
Still take the Bowen.
Yeah, that Bay Red Bill Bowen is special. I like it. I do like it.
Yeah, I like it. I wish I had that one, actually. Never
James
found one for
Wallace
the right
was selling
price.
that for a while quite cheap, wasn't he? I think at the time it didn't seem cheap because we were buying quarter scales for that price. But now, for that price, you would have been.
How much was it?
I think it's like $350.
Yeah, $350 is all right for that piece. I'd pay that.
Yeah, but you didn't at the time.
I'd pay that one. No, probably. Yeah, but like I said, I think at the time I had XMs.
Yeah, probably. Did you see
I had
Wallace's
XMs version. I like XMs one.
Did you see how cheap Wallace sold his XM one for? He sold it for so cheap, and also it had I can't remember the price, but it had the two gold.
Didn't it?
Yeah,
hammers.
And I saw the price. And I was just like, "Wow, man, you must have paid double that."
How much was it?
I think it's like $450 or something.
That's well cheap. I sold mine for like £700, so he did well.
Yeah.
He didn't do well.
Yeah,
didn't do well.
I think he sold a lot of stuff cheap. He sold like a custom. Do you remember? There's like a custom apocalypse by AFI. I don't think either of us liked it, but it must have cost like $1,000, like $1,000.
Was it look like? Describe it to me.
Is it the one where he's standing on the fucking car or something? No, it's like standing on like a Jeep or something. But anyway, so he sold it for like 400. Oh, sorry, Thanos.
No.
But he basically sold it for like $350 or something stupid.
I don't know.
And
you
know,
if you
wow,
can.
okay.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah. If it's cool. I mean, if he's paying it forward to like other people to own it because he needs space for other pieces, and that's cool.
Quick monies, I guess. Quick monies. Let me get these images up and move on to that then. Let us know how you what you think about the actual question thing. We'll try and continue it if it's popular. And
we just want to run over some subjects with people and talk about it. There seems to be a lot of like things people want covered and want to talk about or want to hear an opinion on. Well, so it's good to do it, to have a bit of structure on it.
Apparently, Mr. X is selling off most of his collection. Well, he's got loads of shit to sell. So yeah, way too much shit. He was right. I mean, he must have been just getting stuff like because we've been offered so much shit for just pay shipping, and he must have said yes to everything. He must have said yes to every fucking thing that came up.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff was the same people, wasn't it, as well? They were saying to us, just pay shipping and you can have this. And we're just like, that looks like shit. What do I want that crap for? What's funny as well is they'll think you're fucking stupid because the cost price on that unit, what it cost them to make and how much the shipping is, means you've just paid for it anyway. Because I remember one time when I was like saying to somebody, someone said to me, just pay shipping on it. And I went, how much is it? From China, it's 400 USD. And I was like, and I'd been talking to the person before in the messages and, you know, they basically told me that the piece costs like all in was like fucking something like 200 USD, like or 170 USD per piece. So I was like, all right, okay, so it's 170 USD per piece. You want 400. So I was like, right, that leaves 230. It's outstanding. And then I'm like talking to a couple of my mates who obviously people I know that live over there. And I'm like, how much if I wanted to ship like a, you know, the box by this dimensions from China? How much would it cost? And the prices were pretty close. And I was like, so this fucking guy just wants me to pay for a unit.
Well, that's
they're not getting any less money at all. It's just that's you pay for the unit cost, and it's that.
You have to point out that this is before COVID. So
it was before COVID.
Shipping now would be insane. the shipping. That's what the HTC people did as well. Is they basically told people that you're not allowed to ship within China. You have to ship out of China. And people were going, well, I have a forwarding company because I get all my stuff done here. Now, if you want to do that, it still costs you the same price because they're making on the shipping. So,
exactly.
Anyway, this is the Dark Side Collectibles. This is the Sarah Connor. So this goes up for pre-order in.
Isn't this the first actual? Days. Isn't this the first actual, like, Sarah Connor licensed piece ever?
This is the first licensed Sarah Connor statue out there. Yeah. So
that's fucking cool, man.
And it's there is.
I love her in Judgment Day as well. I fucking think she's great. Linda Hamilton in Judgment Day, banging.
Yeah, and even there are a lot of questions about the company and about how are they getting all these licenses, and they're a small company or are they a big company? What are they? And I've been talking to the owners and things, and they've put a lot of money into it, a lot of investment, a lot of time, and we are going to be getting them on the chat to discuss this because there's been a lot of questions about how did they? They're
European as well, right?
How did they get this? How did they get all these big licenses when other companies, because apparently Prime One had a 1/3 scale Keaton that got cancelled. So everyone's like, well, how comes Prime One's got cancelled and this one didn't? I don't know, but if you're kind of thinking about it, again, ignore that I've spoken to them. I haven't spoken to them about that. But if you look at it from a kind of history point of view and how Prime One tried to go behind Sideshow's back, then maybe Sideshow have helped them out.
Maybe they've gone,
you know what? We don't need you to do that. If you want to go behind our back and be sneaky about it, fuck you. I don't know. That could easily be that way, But anyway,
or maybe Prime One didn't get enough interest and cancelled it, like they do loads of other fucking projects.
Sure. So we are going to we're going to speak to them. We're going to say to them, come on the chat, which we already have. We're arranging a date. We're going to go through,
their projects, go through their licenses, go through their journey, really, and how they've got to where they are. Because they are a big distributor within Europe anyway. And, massive, yeah.
I just want to say that, from the whole thing is I am excited to actually see a European company with all these licenses because we are in the middle of all of it where it's either an American company or an Asian company. And that's always the way it is. Unless it's anime, then you did have Sume's been a French company for a long French or Belgium.
Yes, it's Belgium. It's Belgium.
Yeah,
it's Belgium.
Yeah, so they've been a company for a long time. Okay, calm down. So they've been a company for a long time. So fuck your couch. Your mama. So they've been around for a while, and that's like a European company. I guess I've never really been into anime, so I've never really supported them. But with that in mind, it's great to have these European company putting out things that I'm interested about. Also, Inari are out there, but they're French, I think, as well. So
probably
Prime One cancelled. Grail, Darkseid's Daughter, lack of interest, for example.
That was a lovely piece, that Grail. I really like the look of that piece a lot. I liked it a lot more than the other stuff, and they cancelled that.
But the funny thing is, there is this Guyver piece. I think it's the Yaptom, and he only had a 50 edition size, and they released it.
Wow.
Yeah, they released that. So, you never know.
All I'm going to say is one guy got laid the night before making that decision, and one guy did not.
Make it. Come on, send it to the printer. Yeah. Hey, the Prime One cancelled Growl. Would have been great to have. They also cancelled.
She was beautiful, man. I really liked her at all. I thought she looked fucking badass.
The new 52 line. They released all the new 52 line. The new 52 line was released. Got to Aquaman. Nah, let's leave it. Didn't make it, did they?
Literally, Nick wakes up in the middle of the night and punches his pillow about 50 times before coming back to sleep.
His poor girlfriend.
Sleep with the fishes. Sleep with the fishes.
Anyway, so back to this. So we are going to get them on the chat.
It's a Sicilian message.
And that's a close-up there of her face. And looking great. I'd like to see it in person.
Yeah, man. I still think that there's a little bit too much light on it, and the background's a little dark. So I would love to see this in person because, looks cool.
You know what they haven't? I think it's Sarah Connor, but they don't announce who does the sculpting and painting. And I think it's Sarah Connor where it's sculpted by Sean Dabbs. And he's like a really good sculptor within the 1/6 community and things. He did like a really nice Catwoman.
Well, this is unmistakably Linda Hamlin. The face structure, it's a really good, like from this bit. And now I don't really like this picture overly because of how illuminated it is. But and I think it's the same. I don't like it. I would have a word with them about how they've done this, because for me, the background's dark and it's too much light on it, and it looks like she's almost a luminous.
Well, when you see the Picard pictures on the Sideshow website,
much better.
You see the close-ups on his hand. Well, no, some of them are not, but then you see the close-ups.
Some of them
on his
are
hand,
nice though,
and you can see all the pigmented on his hand.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So you can see it, but obviously from this, they need to work out their light a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, it's important to get it.
Okay.
Cool.
This then is.
She's got loads of shit though, isn't she? Like she's got loads of shit, like loads of rocket launcher, gun, knife, fucking loads of stuff.
Are there loads of switch outs? I don't know.
Yeah, there are loads, man. There's she's got rocket launching, all the proper gear, like all the real weaponry stuff that she has, like the proper blade, the proper gun, the whole thing. Like when she's like in Terminator 2, where she goes down under the thing. There are no fake tables on there. It's removable. I don't know if the nameplate's removable or what, but apparently there are 2 more pieces coming from this line. And it's going to be the T800 and the T1000. So
doing that.
Yeah, you're going to have all 3 of them. Which it's because she's the missing piece for me. Sarah Connor's the missing piece. It's like there's Arnold pieces. There are T1000s. I mean, this is the one that's really missing for a lot of collectors. So.
Isn't it like the 30-year anniversary or something?
Yeah, I think it is, man.
Oh, fuck. I remember when that came out, man.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, Christ.
In 96?
No, it's 93 or 91.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, that is 30.
Because Terminator 1 is 84, and then I think Terminator 2 is 93, because it's one of the last ones of where they were throwing money at films. It's one of the last times they did that. In 93, they had a drought with making films. After that, they lost a lot of money in Hollywood.
She's got like 2 switch out heads, isn't she? Is it 2 heads?
I can't remember. I mean, I need to see more images of this, and then obviously they're going to put out the pre-order.
There's a lot of details with this.
Yeah, but yeah, we're going to get them on the chat soon. Then you got the Gemini Palace.
Send me a message. Send me a message on WhatsApp on Messenger right now. Just send me anything. Just say like puff or something.
All right, cunt.
Well, then, right, cunt. Good. Because I have it written down somewhere. I've got a copy, a screenshot of this, but I can't get into it.
From so I sent it to the wrong person. Well, let me delete that. Hold on. I've got to pull that back.
You're such a dickhead. Who did you send it to?
Sorry,
who did you send it to?
I think I sent it to Coogan.
Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, let me look. Yeah, so wait there. I got it here. Stop shouting. Jenny said to me, stop shouting. Right, so listen, here you are, ready? Are you listening to this?
All right, look, should we go back?
2 highly detailed likenesses of portraits of Linda Hamilton as appeared in Terminator 2 Judgment Day film. You have 1 design theme base, 1 Remington 870 shotgun, 1 Detonics 1911 hybrid pistol, 1 M79 grenade launcher.
Yeah,
1 M79 grenade launcher ammo belt. No, this is all stuff that comes with it.
That's on the base. I can see it all.
Yeah, so this is all that comes with it. 1 Colt Commando car variant assault rifle. Then you got the cases, minigun ammo pack, bullet ammo pack, exact movie replica knife, broken table part, no fake sign, removable cigarette. So it's that, yeah. So there's quite a lot going on there with all them details. Did you send me that screenshot then of all that stuff?
Maybe a long time ago.
Yeah. So yeah,
Terminator 2 was 1991. So this year is the 30th anniversary.
Wow. One of the best films ever made.
I remember when that came out.
Believe it.
And I was collecting all of the stickers and all that shit of it. Oh man. Anyway, let's go with this. So Jamie Palace, this is the Attack on Titan, and I don't like this. I don't like the way it looks like they're not really doing the same. They're not in the same thing. It looks like they're two separate statues kind of merging together. I love that woman behind though, with the way she's kicking. That looks fucking awesome. But I don't.
Is that
like
part
the way,
of it?
Yeah, it's not one statue, but I like the sculpt of the woman.
Is she not finished though, the woman?
No, then she needs painting. So
that's finished.
No, she needs painting.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
right.
But I like her sculpt and I like her movement. I like the way she looks. I like him and the way he looks. But together, I don't. I think it looks like a mess.
She's like going to kick him in the back of the head.
Yeah, like a little, looks like that. Look, same kick.
It is pretty close, actually. Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that! They've used the same sculpt, didn't they?
They've reused that, mate.
They've reused that.
Oh, they had it. Yeah,
and Jamie Palace, they're in the same fucking bed. Look at them.
They're in bed together. They are. They're fucking in there, in the morning having coffee. One's looked over the other one's laptop and gone, I'll have that.
Hey, Abdeeb, what you got? What's your homework today, Abdeeb? Yeah. This obviously has gone up for pre-order last Friday.
Yeah. Has it? Oh, well, I hope it's selling all right.
I don't know. I haven't actually spoken to him about it. But yeah, it should look great. Looking forward to reviewing that at some point. And there's a bit of a chicken there. So on the eyes,
it's a similar sort of eyes, like the it's very similar to the HMO
like the glass,
stuff, isn't it?
Acrylic ones.
Yeah, nice, very nice.
I just got a reply from Paul. I think it's about something else though. I don't think he saw it. He's right, motherfucker. Let me explain myself. All right. So that's that. Also, then you got Aneri Creations. They're going to be putting up their pre-order for Robocop 1 Core Scale tomorrow. I need to see more of this. I mean, this is very similar to the pose used by PCS.
It's like the same thing, man.
Well, I don't know. This looks more true to the movie. The first movie.
I know you'd be well on top of this.
I mean, they actually have a history of using like vehicles and stuff like that. Or if I'm an American, they say vehicle. Don't they? They're like vehicle.
Excuse me, what?
I was watching something the other day, and the person was saying like vehicle, and they were like vehicle. They like over enunciate it.
Really?
Yeah, like vehicle.
That's not how you say vehicle, bro.
Vehicle. No, I'm just saying because I heard it on site the other day, and
sounds like you had a fucking hiccup in the middle of your fucking
yeah
vehicle.
So then, so this has a potential of them actually having the police car in the background. If that's the case, and it's not just a background, that could be pretty cool. I don't know if it was because that looks superimposed. It looks like it's just a poster.
Who wants a fucking quarter scale car at the back of a fucking statue? I mean, come on.
Well, like a cross section of it, if it's done properly, it could be done really well. It's an iconic poster.
Not one of them. Not one of them perspective things. Get your fucking tongue out.
No, it's not perspective. It's not perspective.
Well, it is, isn't it? Because even if they do a cross section of it. Even if they do a cross section of it, as soon as you go from either direction, left or right, it's going to look weird.
Yeah,
only from one viewing angle will that look okay. The rest of the time, it's going to look like, what happened there?
Yeah.
And he doesn't look like that either. When he's standing out of the car, he's got like his foot down, in and he's like holding on to the car. He's not with his gun out like that.
Yeah, no, he's got his foot. Yeah, he's got his.
He's turning to the side.
Holding the door. He's holding the
door open, and he's got side profile.
Yeah, the funny thing is there's a thing about that where he can never get in and out of the car wearing it. So that's bullshit. And you know, the first shot he actually did as Robocop was when he comes out and the guy throws the keys at him and he goes, thank you, and walks out.
Yeah.
That took him like 250 takes. It's ridiculous. It took him the whole day for him to catch him. Seriously.
That just tells me how fucking stupid that film is.
Well,
and how impractical Robocop was built. Because fucking Arnie never had any of them troubles.
Arnie was in line to be that, and then they were like, "Yeah, he's too big. It's gonna look fucking ridiculous. Can't have him in there." And then
Arnie don't need fucking armor, man.
Michael Ironside was meant to be him.
I don't know that. Who's Ironside? I don't know who that is.
Isn't he? See you at the party, Richter. Isn't that him?
Yeah, the party, Richter.
The guy who loses his arms. Isn't that Ironside? No.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I think so. I might be wrong.
Is he going to remember anything?
And then the other one.
I'm going to say again, just like I did a few chats ago, how fucking hot is Sharon Stone in that film? My God.
Yeah.
She's so hot. She's almost like it doesn't matter who's in the room. When she popped in Total Recall, man, I need to just drop my trousers. I was just like, fuck this.
That backs me up. Like, that bet he backed me up. He said, yeah, the guy from Total Recall. Yes. T2 is 91. Yeah, T2. Yeah, I'm sure it's the guy who loses both his arms. I'm sure that's him. And he's in like Starship Troopers, and he was really famous before. And then also Burt Reynolds was meant to be Robocop again, but he was too big as well. Burt Reynolds was quite a big guy at one point, yeah.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
This then is Stuart Murray sent these across. So this also is an Area Creations, and this is their 1/6 scale Superman. He likes it. He showed me the cover is based on, but he sent this to me too late, so I haven't copied it across. But I like elements of it, but Stuart said it's really good, and he is actually quite strict about his Superman pieces, but I don't like the matrix effects on the bullets. On the comic cover, they're much more subtle, and I think on the actual images, I just feel like they look like Lego. So saying goodbye is just too much. As a cover,
do you know what this? Do you know what this suffers from, though? Don't you? This suffers from a still picture.
Yeah,
this is an action. Lots going on.
Yeah,
loads of detail, and your eye for a picture doesn't capture it. I bet you, if you're standing and a statue's there, you'd be like, "Fuck, that's really nice." It's one of them horrible things that it's just how it is. I still think the Spider-Man premium format, that basicness with the crane and the thing in pictures looks shit. I think it looks shit. I think it looks much better in person. And I think this
also is a negative zone.
Oh, it definitely does. But this is that on steroids.
Well, look, if you look at this now,
you did there. That's your little hurt sound.
Right there, right in the fucking heart. That was right in my aortic. Was it aortic valve? Was it whatever? It's blocked.
That's the sound. That's the sound. When you hear Alex, that's the sound. That's his little tell. That is. If you're playing poker, he's got his shit hand.
I think you took advantage of me being dumped, and I was in a really vulnerable place.
Don't you try playing that fucking.
I just got dumped by Coulson. I was in a really bad place. I was really upset, and then you were there going, "Look at that! It's on the floor. Look, you can't even take care of that. It's on the floor. Look how shit you fucking treat it. You don't want it, do you?" I was like, "You want it? Yeah, I want it. I'll give you." And I can't remember how much you said. I'll give you this much.
600 quid. 600 quid off it.
Oh no, it's all right. I didn't pay that much for it. Just give me a couple of comics. It's all right.
Now I'm the villain. You see how that works?
Yeah, you stole it, right? I'm like literally, I was there, and I was.
He wasn't dumped by Coulson. Coulson was still around when that piece was sitting on the floor.
She was gone. She was gone. I was craving love at the time, and that's you took advantage of it. Anyway. Look at that. It looks like all those little bits of Lego stuck together. Do you know the bits that go on top of the police car and the Lego? That's what it looks like.
Yeah, but again, I'm refusing to pass judgment on this based on the photograph because I've been burnt so many times with higher. I mean, there's a lot going on there, man.
I think it's too busy.
Yeah, but I think it's too busy for a picture. I think in person this might look killer.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. It looks like he's in the sea. He's being attacked by a load of fucking squids. They're gonna squat fucking ink in his face in a minute,
Do you know what my real problem with this piece? Out of all of it, I don't like the body proportions at all.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about what I can see, I mean that front leg, the way it's standing out, looks like it's bigger than all the rest of his legs. I mean, look at the size difference between the two. It just looks massive, and I know that's just perspective. I know that's not accurate, but it's just how it looks in these pictures. That's what it tells me not to judge.
Yeah. I don't know. It just looks like on a comic cover, it doesn't really matter. It's fine because it's a comic cover. But in a statue, it's like this split moment where if that is the thing, then how many fucking bombs and bullets have they shot at him and thrown at him? It's just
waste of time anyway.
It's just too much. Yeah.
If any of them hit him, it will make a difference regardless.
Yeah. This then was this PCS, I assume.
Yeah, I think it is. It's
I can see the tails in the background. Then you got the tails. Chung Lee.
Not the tails. It's the tails. I think this is like. It's like their, I can't remember what they call it, season pass, whatever. This is the wedding, isn't it?
Okay. Well, they've been doing season pass in the bikinis, and this is like the wedding one, yeah.
She looks great.
It does look nice. It does look nice. But then again, these videos
not digging the icing,
blurry.
Kate.
Yeah, the fondant. It looks like she's wearing XM Studios Lizard's fucking lab coat. Putting up a sexy piece,
though. It's a very sexy.
Problem with this though is it's such a blurry image because it's taken from a live and it's taken from a still shot of a live. So we can't really judge this until next week when the proper pictures come out. So
I still think it looks great already.
Nice. We're just playing with it,
I think it looks nice.
This then obviously is the 1/6 scale Ghost Rider.
What happened to Susan?
It's not Susan. Susan went because whatever she did.
They tried to replace her with someone who looks like 30% like her.
Looks nothing like her. No, Susan. Yeah.
Looks like her from there. No,
racist. No. Anyway, doesn't look like her there. Does that the same woman? No, it's not the same.
No, I don't think it is. No.
Then this is a pop culture 1/6 Ghost Rider. I just
think 1/6.
Yeah.
It's
big, but the problem is as well is it does look very similar to a lot of other Ghost Riders out there.
Looks cool.
I like it. Yeah,
I like it. Nice. I dig it, man. Very nice.
It's interesting. They're going back to 1/6 now. Obviously,
good scale, man. Are you sure that's 1/6 though? That's big.
Someone told me 1/6.
I don't think it's 1/6, man. I think it's 1/5.
I'm sure someone told me 1/6. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Stuart Murray's coming in. Oh, I knew he would. The issue is he's facing off against an entire army. Have to agree with Gio that in person and rotating the Superman piece looks more dynamic. It was 410 for the sculpt and shipping was €40. Why are you changing currencies like this?
Yes.
Why can't you just say it was £440, £442.50 or whatever, or 450, whatever? Yeah, I mean, nice price for it. But they're based in France, so you wouldn't maybe have got taxed for that.
Find out what scale this Ghost Rider is. I'm saying it's 1/5.
There you go. Fuck your couch. Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
Looks big for 1/6, man. I like it though.
Yeah,
I like it.
Hulk Hogan
doesn't look fuck all like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
this is fucking horrible.
That's like when James used to wear a bandana,
That's does not look like Hulk Hogan. And I don't like that body. I mean, what Hulk Hogan is this when he fucking lost all his size?
That's as I say.
Where's the big, impressive mass Hulk Hogan? Classic, proper Hulk. This Hulk Hogan is the one where he came back and he was older. Yeah. He wasn't that mass, big guy. This is that version. That portraits.
It does. It looks like Wallace with a fake moustache on, doesn't it?
It's not.
Wallace used to wear a bandana.
I mean, look how thin his bicep is across there on his right arm that he's holding up. That's not like that's.
He claimed to have 33-inch biceps or something stupid. What was it?
You can't. I watched a program the other day called 10 of the biggest lies Hulk Hogan's ever told, and when you watch it, you're like, wow, what a piece of shit that guy was.
Yeah.
Honestly, fucking.
How big did he say his arm was?
I don't know, massive 26 or something like that.
You should say
maybe 35 or something. Maybe
he said 33-inch arms or something. 33.
There is a time where he comes back and he's a lot older and he's a lot thinner, and that's what they've gone. But that is not the classic Hulk Hogan for me. He's too lean. He's too small. Yeah. And that portrait is horrendous. Because he was big, man. Hulk Hogan was big, big guy.
Oh yeah, when you see him in Rocky 3,
Thunderlips.
Is he 3?
Yeah, but I'm talking about you go back to OG, man. You go back to You're about to Andre the Giant.
It looks like Will Ferrell in a bandana. Hulk Hogan, yeah. Ghost Rider does look like 1/5 to me.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that, man.
Oh, fuck off, Mark.
Fuck you, Mark.
Fuck you, Mark. Fuck you. I've run out of whiskey now.
Good. Maybe you'll be nicer. Just really think that Hogan's a big miss.
The problem with these is, again, I mean, I think, again, it's so hard to take good photos of statues. I had a long conversation with a photographer the other day, actually. It was really interesting. And they were telling me about lens. They were teaching me about lenses. And it's so fucking complex, man. I mean, obviously, we use our phones, whatever. We don't do any settings on our phones. We just fucking click it, do all of this, drag that down, whatever. But to do a proper picture, on something like this,
you know what you're doing.
You need the lens. You need otherwise you get distortion, and there's so many things, so many elements to it, so many. So people who take great pictures you should commend them. Yeah. Then what else we got? This is Rocksteady. Again, this is from a video. Sorry. This is going their 1/4 scale. I originally thought it was a smaller piece. It didn't look
That's cool, man. I like that.
Yeah.
That's proper classic.
I can't wait to
awesome.
see Bebop. I can't wait to see it. It looked great.
I like the little guy. I remember the little dudes as well.
Yeah.
On the wheels and the little fucking hook hands. They're awesome. I remember.
But that's
proper Rocksteady, man. That's really cool.
I mean, I actually really like this classic line from PCS. I think this classic Tales line is awesome, really awesome. It does remind me more of the game than the actual
and the figures, cartoon. The toys that we have.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing. That's actually
no, it isn't. Really, definitely
that really fucking knocks on my nostalgia hard, man.
Yeah, man, that's wicked. That Rocksteady's wicked.
Fuck you. Give me a Master Manhunter.
You should be fighting for him to get that.
It looks more like a hard hat. Huh? Legs look like
sausages.
It does.
Yeah, that's what it means.
24-inch Pisons, 3 of them. Yeah, Daddy. Yeah. No, these look great. This looks great. I want to see proper pictures of these because obviously from these blurry pictures, I think it looks fantastic. I think it looks awesome.
That's awesome.
So I saw that and I was just like, oh man, look at that. That's so fucking cool. It kind of makes me want to get into that line a little bit, but yeah.
I'd go for the OG Comiquettes if I was going to get them.
I've had an opportunity before, but for some reason the guy hasn't sold them, but his price keeps going up every week. And this is like, I haven't sold them. And I think he started at a price where I was like, I might buy it for that. I might consider it. And he was taking some trades and stuff. I was like, I'll trade you this and give you that. And he was like, oh, no, what about this and that? And I'm like, no, you're right. And then next week, I'm like, yeah, he ain't going to sell them. And next week, he just fucking put it up by like £500 or something. I'm like, have you sold them yet? No. Okay. Kept going up. I don't know if he sold them yet, but yeah. Dolph Lundgren, again, these are really bad.
Great timing with the new cut coming out as well.
Yeah. They probably know.
Goal.
Yeah, but this again, such bad pictures, you can't really judge it.
Still looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good from that. Drago is a look at the future.
So yeah, then you've also got the PCS. I believe this is 1/3 Wolverine.
It is 1/3.
I believe it's also sculpted by Franco as well, Franco Carlissimo. I might be wrong. Was I wrong? I know he's been doing a lot of things for PCS lately.
I'm not. Listen, I need to ask you. You need to give me your opinion on this Wolverine.
I don't like it.
I hate it. I really hate it.
I don't like it.
I don't know if it was just me. I really hate this Wolverine. It's horrible.
I don't think the.
I don't
get it. I don't get the composition of it. I don't get. I just think. I mean, obviously, Franco's had a lot of practice with Wolverines, so he should be getting better. But I still think
if he's done that as one of his worst ever Wolverines.
No, he did that one like.
By the what? Have you gone? What?
Yeah.
What happened there? What happened? He did that one what? Oh my god. We're hacked.
We're hacked. Can you hear me?
Yes, what's happening?
No, I don't know. Just kind of took a break. It was like,
Go
fuck
on.
this shit. No, I think his first Wolverine, the Wolverine versus Wendigo. Was that him or was that Pereira?
I don't know. It's awesome.
But then, I mean, he did that one that was really shit recently, like a fucking leprechaun. It was really bad, like really, really bad. This is better than that, but I just still.
I didn't know who sculpted this. I just don't like it. I don't like anything about it.
I think it
I don't like the musculature. I don't like the big bulbous round head. I don't like the pose. I think it's horrible. It looks like there's a severe lack of sculpt in places as well.
I don't know about that. Well, that's hard to tell because of the pictures anyway. They're very
just his abdomen, his chest, and everything just looks a bit.
I mean, you can see a lot of texturing there,
square and boring.
But and also there are some close-ups, like you can see texturing on his ass and like the blue parts. But obviously these are not great.
How long are them blades as well? Shit.
Yeah, they're gonna like go into his shoulder if he retracts them, aren't they? They're gonna like retract him. He's gonna come out the bottom like Guyver. Jesus. But there's also like close up of the mouth of how well it's painted. There's no question about the paint's good.
So that's where clitoris is. I always wondered.
Oh yeah.
Something wrong.
Oh, what is a clitoris? Clitoris? Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like it, man.
Yeah.
I have to be honest with you.
It's one of those pieces that maybe you need to see in person, but by seeing it from these photos, it just doesn't make sense.
When I saw it, I really didn't like.
Looks like it was made 10 years ago.
It's not a bad shot.
It's not a bad shot. No, wrong guy. Daniel Bell did that one. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Daniel Bell didn't do the Wendigo one. I'm pretty sure Daniel the Wendigo was by,
I think it's Pereira.
Alejandro Pereira, or it was it was either Pereira or it was Franco, and I think it was Pereira. I think you're wrong.
Because he did that one and he did the Sabretooth, didn't he? Pereira did the Sabretooth too.
Yeah. I think Brendan Winter, I think you're wrong there, buddy. But he did sculpt the custom Weapon X. I think you're right there. No, made a mistake on mentioned XM Weapon X earlier. Daniel Bell did that.
Oh yeah, he did that one, yeah. He did XM's one.
I love Daniel Bell one. Pereira. So yeah, sorry. Got those mixed up. That is one of my favorite Wolverines. If the scale wasn't fucked, that would be one of my favorite of all time.
That's a centerpiece. Who cares a fuck about the scale? Wow. You have that in the middle of your room. That may be one of the best statues ever made. That piece.
I do have
I literally look at pictures of it and I can't find anything wrong. Anything. I look at it and that's hard for me, man. That's hard for me not to find something. I'm like,
if I have to say my 3 favorite Wolverines, and this is going really off the cuff, so I may be missing things here. And I'm probably going to upset people by one of my answers, but I do think that probably number 3 would be the Resin Works versus Ninjas. I do really like that one. It's one of the ones which is one of the first pieces Wolverine. I saw of a custom when I got into
that made you go, wow.
And thinking to myself, I need that. And then when people said this is 2K, whatever it was at the time, I'm like, ooh, I won't be getting that one. And I even had a few trades lined up over the time. My number 2 is probably it's going to be that fucking idiot Danny Hines' one. I do really like that as well. The Wolf. Wolverine. It's by Sosa.
It's a good shout.
Sosa did a great job there.
It's a good shout. That's a very nice piece. Wolverine.
It's a shame. It's such a shame that it's been tainted. And then my number 1 is the last level one with the Wendigo. That's probably as a Wolverine fan, they are probably my 3 favorites.
I really like that Ithaca one.
No, not for me.
I really like that one.
It's not Sosa as well.
I like that one.
That's Sosa as well.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
One where it's down his blades and like that. I think Fusco had it. It was nice. I really like that. Personally, I'd put that in there instead of the wolf because I'm not really a big fan of that wolf, the stylized sort of version.
That's the face of anal rag shitog when Alex made fun of his names. He didn't come back, man.
We never see that guy again. That poor guy.
I feel really bad.
You should do. You don't feel bad for anyone, you narcissistic
really
fuck.
Wolf Killer is the one that George is talking about, I believe, isn't it? George is about what?
Yeah, that's the one I'm saying. I prefer that over the Wolf, personally.
Even though we do bash Sosa a bit,
Occasionally.
But I think it's fair because some of his stuff is really
none of it's untrue.
But he's got some great pieces out there. Some of his
when his stuff is. I'm looking at one of them.
His stuff for prototypes is fantastic as well.
It is, and watch our review and you'll see.
Yeah.
Fair is where we get, mate. We're as fair as the day is long. Believe it. And that Wolverine to me looks fucking horrible.
Next up, we got the Prime 1. This is the Tusked Alien. So they got this coming out. I have no idea where this is from. Just something that popped up on the site. Bonus piece is the chestbuster. I would have liked them to show the scale of this chestbuster next to the piece. I have it on display because if it's like this big, it's a bit of a shit, exclusive. But yeah, the piece is 71.9 centimeters tall. I love the way they do centimeters. I bet that really pisses the Americans off. 95.6 centimeters deep.
What does this mean?
87.9. They're like, do you know how many people they'll say to me, can you do me a favor? Can you just measure blah, blah, blah for me? Just tell me what, like, from that point to that point is. I'll go, yeah, it's like 19 centimeters from there to there and then whatever. And I go, what's that in inches? I go, fucking Google it, you lazy cunt. I just went into the other room to do that to you. Fucking can't even go on Google or divide it by 2.54. What the fuck? Jeez. Anyway. So yeah, that's that. These are then some pictures of the Queen Studios. Thanos.
Nice setup with all of them in there. They're the Queen Studios Avengers.
Iron Studios.
They're not Iron Studios.
Yes, they are.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
Are they?
Yes.
So that's Queen Studios mixed with Iron Studios in there.
Queen Studios in the middle, and everything else is Iron Studios.
Yeah. Okay. This feels like a bit of a sin.
Well, it goes well together, so why not? This then is Queen Studios half-scale Captain America Chris Evans version. Broken shield, and you get a clean shield. 109 centimeters tall. Queen Studios do it too.
How did they get permission to have a broken shield? No one else can do it.
I don't know.
Whose cock are they sucking?
I don't know. But a lot of their stuff is actually... Sorry, do you see this one? The reason why they got worldwide license is because they buddied up with Tonomi, or whatever they're called. And basically, they're the guys who do Cinemaquettes. So that's why they've got their worldwide license. So they've paired up and buddied there, got into the buddy system, and got worldwide license from them. So yeah,
nice, good move, well played.
Yeah. A few more pictures of that.
These are really good shots. This is really good shots of this.
Jesus Christ, this is going to get delivered to my fucking apartment, and they're not going to be able to get it up the stairs, are they? Because it's on a fucking pallet. Oh man, I'm going to have to do another collectible meetup on the day it gets delivered.
Yeah, do it.
Do you know Mike George had that deal I did with him, which I was really happy about.
What deal?
Those two Clayton Crane comics.
What did you want from?
No. Basically, he bought them. He paid for them, and then he had another two comics that he wanted. And I said to him, "Look, I don't want to sell them to you like this because they're in old cases. I'll get them recased or whatever." Yeah. And then I got them recased, and then he goes, "Oh, how about?" So today he was like, "Oh, blah blah blah," and I said, "I just trade them, just swap them over." And he was like, "You sure?" And I was like, dude, man, I didn't want to give you those Clayton Crane ones. I only gave them to you really because of you done me so many favors. I gave them to you there, and I felt really shit after I gave them to you. So yeah, fine, trade them. I'm happy. So yeah,
I really didn't understand what happened. To be honest, your story just was like shit.
The two Clayton Crane ones,
right?
And then he asked me for two other comics, and then I said to him, "They're ready now," and he goes, "Oh, okay. How much do I owe you?" And then I said, "Oh, whatever it is." I said, "How much should I ask you for?" He goes, "Oh, this much." I said, "Fine." And then he said, "Well, do you think your mate will buy those Guardian of the Galaxy ones offer me?" And I was like, "Why?" And he goes, "I don't really want them anymore. I just bought a signatured one, signed one." And I was like, well, why don't you just, I'll take them and I'll swap them for them ones and you take the ones that you've got. He goes, you want to do that? I was like, yeah, because I didn't actually want to sell them to you in the first place. So yeah. That makes sense?
Okay. Yeah. So I got there in the end.
Yeah.
I think these are some fantastic shots of this. I mean, because there's some great work on that. Look at that. I can't wait to see this in your setup. I can't wait to see you get this.
Yeah, we'll do one.
I didn't get any of that either.
We need one.
How much is shipping on it, dare I ask?
I think it's included.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to have to check over my invoice, but I'm pretty sure that it was included in there anyway. And it was before COVID, so yay!
Yay me!
This then is the Sideshow Collectibles. This is the.
I like these sexy pieces. I got to say, I do dig them.
I saw the Alice in Wonderland the other day. She looks fantastic.
She's really beautiful,
nice piece. Really, really nice.
They did a variant of her colour, didn't they?
Yeah, I've got that on here. So you got obviously the wolf, big bad wolf footprints there, and she looks sexy. Based on Jessica Campbell art.
Beautiful portrait. Oh, shut up. Fucking cartoon weirdo.
And then you got the Alice in Wonderland Game of Hearts edition. I do think they make a few too many variants of these. I mean,
it's a shame, really.
What's it called? The other one, the Little Mermaid. Has like 4 different ones.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Neville Tyler. There you go. There you go, Neville Tyler. Cheers, buddy.
God bless you, man. Thank you very much. Have a lovely week.
There you go.
Because Alex started swearing in the first 24 fucking seconds.
Fuck you, sending me. Raph's from Sideshow is my favourite. Which one's Raph's from Sideshow, Mark? Which one's that? Little Red Riding Hood looks like Dawn. Dawn who?
Dawn's that someone you know, fuckhead.
We had someone in my office called Dawn, and she says, "Oh, do you know how many times I've heard I want to wake up at the crack of dawn?" And then they look at me.
I want to wake up at the crack of dawn.
You know, it's like you wake up at the crack of dawn when you wake up early. Her name was Dawn, so she's like, "Do you know how many men have said that to me?" It's just like fucking cringeworthy.
Is she out trying to pick him up in Birmingham?
Yeah. The last Wolverine. Which one was the last Sideshow Wolverine? The one where he's falling over, or the one? No, the last one is where he's on the tree, isn't he?
Who?
Which one are you talking about, Mark? The one where he's on the tree that's really bad, but that was Canal, or the one where he's on the Sentinel hand? Isn't Alice about 12 years old? Yeah, they've really sexualized her.
You're going to jail.
On the Sentinel hand. Problem is the one on the Sentinel hand is a nice sculpt and a nice piece, but the engineering is dreadful.
Stay away. Stay away.
I don't think it's a horrible piece at all.
Stay away.
I think it's a nice piece, but yeah.
Stay away.
And I do think
it's not built to last, that piece.
I think one of the
it's
problems,
always going.
One of the problems that that piece actually suffers from is the fact of they try to put in too much texturing for the sake of it. And there's no real contrast between the panels. And that was a
shame, really. I mean, there is one massive advantage, though. You know, if you've got like a verruca or something, or some dead skin on your foot, you can pummel that shit right off with a pommy stone, you know, just rub him and it'll come straight off.
Yeah. He's on the bottom of my nuts. Anywho. Then also you have, this is one of those pieces from How to Train Your Dragon. Sideshow?
It's the kid one, isn't it? It's from one of their like side stories. I think it is Sideshow or maybe PCS.
It is Sideshow. Yeah, I see Sideshow there. Have you seen him more? Has Georgie watched him?
Yeah, he watched like How to Train Your Dragon. He watched a bit of that, but he's not really feeling it. To be honest, a little bit, but he's not really feeling it. Yeah,
has he seen Iron Giant?
Mate, today I took him upstairs. All right, it's bedtime, and you know, when I talked to him about like certain things to keep him still. So like, you know, when I want to brush his teeth, or we're going to brush teeth or something like that, I start telling him about Jason the Argonauts. I was like talking. I can't remember how I got onto it, Well, we started telling him the story about the Hydra and stuff, and the Golden Fleece in Colchis, and the all this. So I'm telling him all this.
Watch that.
Huh?
I don't know if he can watch that though, can he?
Fucking did. I put it on.
Okay.
So as I push this thing, this is it. Right, so I'm talking about, and I'm telling him about Jason and he's a band of heroes that gets on the Argo and travels, from one side of the world to the other to go get the Golden Fleece, and it's protected by a snake and all that. Like, I'm telling no story. And then he's brushed his, like, I've got what I need to get done. I've washed his face, I've brushed his teeth, I've got him into bed, I'm about to read him his story. He says, "Show me in your phone about that Hydra thing, the snake with the 3 heads." So thankfully, my wife was like arguing with like our vets, like our insurance over Neo. So she was distracted. So I was like, "Yeah, look, here it is." So I showed him that, and then I showed him Talos. So I showed him those 2 bits. He was like saying to me, he turns to me and he's like, "Oh, you know that Talos? Like, do you think he could beat a T-Rex in a fight?" And I was like, "Yeah, because he's made of bronze." "Yeah, but T-Rex's skin is tough." I was like, "Yeah, but he's made of bronze. Like, T-Rex would bite him and his teeth would break into 1,000 pieces, and then Talos would stab him with a sword." And I realised as I'm having this story that I'm actually I've forgotten he's going
to sleep.
I'm forgetting that he's going to be free on Sunday. So,
yeah,
I'm having a proper conversation. I'm trying to convince him that his favourite T-Rex is fucked in this fight.
Also, I do think that showing them like a video of kind of like the Ray Harryhausen animation of the Hydra is probably a bad move as well, because that kind of stop motion has a real creepy element to it.
He loves it, man. He really liked it.
Yeah, don't show Medusa's. Well, Medusa's bad though. Don't show.
No, I can't show. I think Medusa's too much. I don't think Medusa's I can go that far.
Too much, yeah.
I don't think I can go that far. I think Clash of Titans just might be too good.
Toothless's Kids from the end of number 3. This is.
Yeah, that I saw. We watched some like Christmas special, Return of the Family or something, and they were all in them, the little ones.
Yeah. FedEx and UPS always leave my statues in the apartment package lockers, so I have to go down, pick them up. DHL is the one courier who actually take them to my door, the bastards. And Amazon bang on my door, right? And if I'm not in, they don't care. So basically, when I go down, there's just a parcel sitting there.
Yeah, they do.
The other day, literally, I got home. I've been out all day. I got home at like 3 a.m. or something. Parcel on my floor, and I was just like, "Yeah, that could have been nicked." Jesus.
Yeah, they do it the same with me.
Alex, will the new X-Force Wolverine from XM have a yellow version like the 2 versions of Archangel?
No. No.
DHL,
because the suits are too different, so it's not the same. It's not just a change. It's not just a change of color. The X-Force suit is nowhere near the same as the classic X-Men. Yeah. The classic, I'm talking about Wolverine. They're too different. So even if that wasn't a possibility of an idea, that would require 2 completely separate sculpts, not a variant. So I don't even know the answer to this question. Alex will know it, but I'm telling you it's no. So just from common sense. worth asking.
You may be worth a try. Anyway, so yeah. Then you have the General Grievous. There are a few complaints about the price here. I can't remember, $9.50 or
it's
so.
Like a G, isn't it? It's like a G.
Yeah, close. It's like $9.50. And I know that this piece is pretty complex to a degree, but I think the original one was much more complex than this. And
they did a really good one, didn't they?
The original. In
fairness, their first one's a very nice piece.
Yeah. This one, I think it looks a bit boring compared to the first one, to be honest with you. I think it's a step back.
Didn't the first one have like its arms right out and all the swords are up? It's like massive.
Yeah,
it's big...
It was if you shipped it again.
It
was really bad. So
it's delicate though, isn't it? It's quite thin.
And then also this has, I don't know. I don't really know the law.
Nice to see another one, man. At the end of the day, like, you know what I mean, this is quite cool. It's quite a badass character from that trilogy.
That's not that big though, really. To the top of that lightsaber is 21 inches.
Well, that's quite small then, because he must be quite crouched down.
Is he 1/5 now? What is this? Is this part of the mythos?
It must be. It must be the mythos. I think it must be 1/5.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Okay.
Because that would be another 5 or 6 inches bigger if it was.
Well, then, if that's the case, then it's a 1/5 scale piece.
Yeah.
That really,
it's really
does
expensive.
add to the argument about it being expensive. Then, sorry, more pictures of that. Batman vs Joker concept by Jason Fabok. This is Prime 1, so this obviously is coming up for pre-order very soon.
Ooh, I bet Mike's creaming in his pants.
Is he? Yeah.
I don't know. He likes him, didn't he? The Fabok stuff.
Oh, does he? Oh, God.
Got his little Wendy House one, didn't he?
Did he get a Wendy House? Mike. Oh, God, Mike. I want to see what Mike's got in his collection now, because he seems to.
So do I. So do I. I have to go
and
see
that's all the pieces you get there. So yeah, all the switch outs.
That's concept. What's the scale of this? Do we know?
I don't know, diorama, so I'm assuming like 1/6 or so.
1/5.
I don't know, 1/6, 1/5.
Cool.
There you go, switch outs. Problem with my issue always with the Prime 1 switch outs is they're never really that much different. They're different, but they don't change. Like you, okay, I'm going to say XM, but I work for them. But the thing with XM is it always changes the composition with the different heads, and with the Prime 1 ones, there's always this.
Don't always. You're stretching it a little bit, mate.
Yeah.
Don't always, mate. Sometimes.
A lot.
I think they're different. I think they're different enough.
Okay. It's big though. This is 1 meter 11 wide.
Shit, that's a quarter
by
scale.
95 deep.
Dude, that's a quarter scale.
Tall.
That's a quarter scale diorama. Then.
That's big. That's really big. That's really big.
And that's him going into the. I watched a video of that guy, and he's well funny.
Apparently, it's 1/3.
Oh, awesome!
Really?
Wow, 1/3 dio. Shit. Wow.
That's way too big.
Big.
Yeah. You watch that video? What guy?
The guy who does the joke Batman voice.
Oh yeah, Baghdad.
No, not him. The actual one that's like pervy and stuff.
Oh. This name is
cool.
What's his name? Assad or Assad?
Assad.
I just think that it's just cool kind of blurs into one, really.
Stop being so fucking feminine. Looks cool.
Okay.
It's kind of what they look like.
It's a character that it's just like a little character at the back. He doesn't do fuck all in the film, does he? How many people
he's like the voice.
I know he is. He's really
like the
powerful,
influence.
but he's just like one of those characters where it's like, oh, okay.
He's got that pose that's like, you fucker, you.
And also, it just looks like it's kind of the sculpt is all one piece,
it does. It does look a little bit like
dull,
that. Yeah.
Maybe the arms can come off for different arms, but I doubt they do. Other than that, nothing else is switching out.
It just looks as well. It's got no legs.
Yeah. So it does look like
face looks good. Portrait looks cool.
Yeah, and that's quite weird with the double thumb. Really weird.
Yeah, bet he's fucking awesome at paper, scissors, stone.
Yeah. Then also you got the dimensions of the apocalypse. So people were asking about what the actual different measurements were, and they're in centimeters again. So that changes the height to 73 centimeters divided by 2.54 if you want that, my American friends. Then also you have the gun there, which is 81 centimeters tall. There was one of them that changed quite a lot though. Oh man, what's going on here? This is 82 with the pinchers.
Yeah, it's the first one that changes it a lot. It's the first one.
Yeah,
it's the first one.
These are an image, obviously, from Art Collector. Takes the most fantastic pictures. This is Doomsday, and looks great. Really, really nice. So there's all the progress of that. George is waiting to get that in there.
Yeah, I got it.
They would have put it. But
that's why I'm not rushing to get it in.
Yeah.
That looks great. I got some ideas to make that even better.
Or you can multiply it by 0.001 394. Thank you, Robert.
Numbers are fun.
Then this is the XM Shin Akuma, which is going to be shown at New York Comic Con.
It's who?
Space Akuma, sorry. I said Shin
Space who?
Oh, fuck off. Shin Akuma, Godzilla. There's the whiskey kicker in there.
It's Shin Akuma. I'm like,
no,
what the fuck happened to Shin Akuma?
Godzilla.
No, it's Shinu.
I was distracted by his vagina.
This is Godzilla versus Space Godzilla diorama.
He's got like a weird vagina going on in the middle of his stomach. But anyway, this is the Space Godzilla.
It looks really cool, man. Love the translucent resin for the things on his shoulder. Looks awesome. Wow. Fuck.
I don't think I was going to show that one.
That is so big.
Oh.
That is so big.
I think that one might be a leak of when it came through when you were
wow.
Papers. So yeah,
that is badass, bro.
I believe from nose. Can you see my mouse?
Yes,
nose,
yes.
To the tip of his tail, that is like a meter. So yeah.
What the fuck? That's so fucking cool, though.
There's with Ben there.
Standing there going, yes, bitches. We've made a fucking Godzilla diorama.
This is based on the 1994 versions of Space Godzilla and Godzilla, but it's also been slightly kind of modernized to a degree as well. So there are artistic liberties taken. I just want to throw that in there. The one at New York Comic Con, there are some things that are going to be changed with it, so it's not the final product. So yeah, I think he's going to have glass eyes and stuff like that. So that's cool, it together. Man. Yeah. That's him on his own.
Just fucking love that. It's awesome. Wish I could have that.
That switch has there, so you have the crystals or you have the roads.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish I had it. I would have won it. I like that. That would have won foot on the fucking building. Like, that's like, I'm going to destroy your shit. I wish.
And you got the teasers. So this is the Lobo, which is a totally different Lobo from the 1/6. This is a quarter scale one that XM are doing. And then...
Is it on a fucking bike again?
Yeah. What's this? I saw an official image of Godzilla being shown on 2 different bases. Either swap out parts or 2 different whole bases. Yeah, so look, if you look, there's a base there with the
crystals.
And then there is the base with the thing. It's the same base, I believe.
No, same base. Just take them out.
Just take the crystals and then put the building in. Yeah, the road. Lobo. And then you're the next one, which is the White Knight Batman on his bike. Someone did actually up the contrast so you can see a little bit more there. That's going to be a good piece. That's going to be a really
I've actually seen this whole statue and it's lovely.
Then you've also got the Samurai Lion. This is the Red Hood coming. So
no, I've not seen this.
Cool. Yeah. And then you've also got the Frank Miller Batman coming as well. And that's going to be 1/4 and 1/6
cool.
scales. So yeah. Then this is actually really cool. This is a repaint of the Prime 1 Kinshiro from Fist of the North Star, and this looks fucking really cool. That looks really amazing. This is just unbelievable paintwork. Who did the paint? You know?
I shared it on RaddTitan. The guy's name's on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I just saw the image. And I was you posted it. And I was like, who is it? Who is it? Who makes it? Who makes it? And I realized it was a repaint. I was like, oh man, it's really disappointing.
Why? You can buy it and get repainted.
Yeah, but you know, this then is a repaint or a custom paint of a penguin head.
This is 1/6.
Yeah. This then is customs. So we're on to the customs now. This is an Eric Sosa Archangel. And
that's really nice.
Looks nice.
That's really nice.
Yes, always
museum, but really nice. Really, really, really like that.
Yeah.
I see a bit of Magneto in that long head portrait, but still looks fucking awesome.
It's probably reused as old Magneto or something, isn't he? But
still looks awesome though.
One of his students to do it.
Still looks
we
good.
showed these the other week, but you're just send it to me again. These are the Battle Cat.
Okay.
Yeah, we showed those the other week. No, they're cool pictures. Go through it. This then is a custom Spider-Gwen where they've kind of got like a samurai switch outs for her.
Yeah, I got like a ninja. That's really nice.
Again,
that's nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. And you've got a lot of different switch outs and a lot of elements to it.
Is this a render? This is a render.
It does look like
that. Sorry, I'm getting too excited. This isn't actually the sculpt. Like the concept, though. No, it's not. That's a render.
Then you got a custom Hulkbuster coming. I don't know.
It's horrible.
It's like I need to see more of it kind of printed. It looks a bit of a mess from the images.
Yeah, I can't really tell what that is.
A bit cartoony.
Who's that there?
It's me. You know. Who's that?
Looks like he's used to go gym with. Since when did he become Iron Man?
Yeah, so this looks more like he's ripping it apart rather than actually in it. You know, without the arms, with the arms cut off like that, it's a bit weird. It looks like
not for me.
Yeah. Not a fan of that.
Nah.
Not a fan of that at all, really. This is Noel custom. I had some better pictures this the other week. I didn't show, unfortunately. He's really bright. Obviously, it's sculpted by Caleb Nefson, this is. But yeah, done well. I'm not really a fan of the character. I think he's too gangly. Looks a bit like the guy from Figgy for me. What's it? Rolling Stones. What's his name?
You telling me you don't know the lead singer of Rolling Stones?
Mick Jagger.
Well done.
Yeah.
Just
this surfer looks fucking dreadful. This surfer popped up on my feed, and I was just like, "What?
Whose is this?
Fuck is that? Like, he's like on a ring of cat shit. And I don't know what's going on. It's just so bad, so bad."
Whose is it? Do you know who it is?
I think it might be Bushy though, but like,
no, it isn't. Is it?
No, I hope it's not because this is terrible.
I hope it's not. It's really bad.
It's really bad. What's he holding in his hand? It's like he's holding two fucking sea urchins. You know what's
he's got got some Heinz beans going on.
Bad, man. I mean, it is Bushy. Yeah, it looks like he got fucking pom poms like a fucking cheerleader. I really don't like that at all.
That's a horrible surfer. I love the guy as well, but that's a horrible.
His other surfer's amazing, but this one,
that's horrible. Yeah.
That's really pretty bad for me. I know the hands are switch outs as well, but the composition and pose for that is bad. And that base, what the fuck is going on with that base? So bad. Nah, not a fan at all. Not a fan. That's it.
Oh, fucking, we're going to end on that horrible thing. All right.
Man. Yeah.
I thought we'd have something good to finish off.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the end. Das ist das, meinen Freunden. Das ist das. So we didn't do too well, considering we did the topics and we did the pictures. It's 12:15, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, we did all right. I'll take that.
We did all right for time. Yeah.
I'll take that. 2-hour chats every week. I'll take it, man.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So no, do the usual, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, that's it really. Anything else you want to say?
We're all tapped in.
Peace.
So yeah, we'll be back on next week. So we'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and make a wrap. I'm fucking starving.
At 12:20.
Yes.
Have some fruit and go to sleep like I did. Fuckface.
No.
It's time for you to be a grown up.
I'm gonna fry an egg and a steak and just fucking eat an egg and steak wrap at like 12:30 at night. Awesome.
Yeah. It's true. They're good times.
But then
be lucky, everyone.
I am going to go to bed on my own, so yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I will be. By the time I go upstairs, I'm sure that my boy will hear me because every time I do the chat, this is what happens. You'll hear me come out, and that'll be that. So then I'll be in bed with 3 people.
Yeah. Good for you.
2 people, including me.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, peace out, people. Take care. See you next